Welcome back to AM Northwest. Are you looking for lasting love? Our next guest taught a class and wrote the book on it. Please welcome the author of Get Married This Year, Dr. Janet Page.
Nice to have you here.
It's great to be here. It was a popular class, you say, and then you decided, well, I've got to write a book on this then.
Exactly. Want to take it on the road.
Well, let's talk about this. So you give many tips, and one is, if you're single, give the message you've got time for a good marriage.
Yes, and that starts with the date. I don't care if it's simply a cleanly fresh running suit you're wearing to the date, but make sure that you show you're making effort, because if you can't make effort... Oh, so you're saying dress well. If you're going to go out on a date, dress well and look good, and that you would do the same in a marriage. Absolutely. And people may not know they're getting that message, but they are, because it's saying you're special enough for me to make some effort for you.
And isn't it, you also talk about when you're on the date, enjoy the date. Don't be harried like you have so many other things you have to do, and this is getting in the way of all the other things you have to do.
Right. Harried is not the best date look.
Yeah. Because when people do that, what message are they sending? That this isn't that important to me because I have other things that are a priority.
Exactly.
And I'm squeezing this in.
And nobody's going to marry you to get neglected.
Yeah.
Right. Because they know, yeah, if you're already being neglected on a date, you'll be neglected in a marriage.
Good chance that's true.
Right. Another tip you say is a date is not your therapist, priest, or rabbi. This is a big one.
Yes, and very important. People tend to, particularly if it's a very congenial connection, they start spilling all. And I'm like, no. You know, wait till they like you a lot before you start spilling problems. And also, the greatest, most marriageable people, what are they going to do about it? They just feel sorry for you.
Right.
You know, you want to elicit love, not pity.
Yeah.
Not pity, exactly.
You don't want to elicit pity right away.
Yeah, okay, maybe later.
Yeah, later. Now you say fill out the spouse shopping list and apply it. What is the spouse shopping list?
This is an important part, page 30 in the book, that is know what you want. None of it should go shopping, be it food, clothes, whatever it is, without knowing what we want. And this is a way to run a safety net so that if that person doesn't meet your basic requirements, you're shopping for a keeper here. Don't have another cup of coffee.
What kind of things would you put on that shopping list?
The primary ones are honesty, good values that match in a way. Most people write down funny and certainly loving, and then getting into more specifics about activity level. What they put, I ask for, but what I like the least is when it gets into too much physical typing. Mm-hmm. You know, you wouldn't get a job because of the looks of the office building. Right. And if you've got good eyesight, people get better looking or less good looking, depending on what's inside them.
Do some people write down too many requirements and need to kind of whittle it down a bit?
Oh, yeah. Whittling's a good word. And then at the last column, I ask, what are you negotiable about? You know, because sometimes they'll just carry away on they want dream person. Well, you know, they're not perfect. I'm not. You aren't.
Some people say that when they go out on a date, the first date, there was no chemistry. Do you say, because I always feel it's give it time, because sometimes chemistry is not instant. In fact, it might even come a little bit later. Oh. Do you feel the same way? Do you give it some time? Do you say, you know, give it a second or a third date?
Yes, definitely, Helen. And I think particularly for people who've been avoiding intimacy, they're very dismissive. And sometimes the most eligible people for being a good mate are people who don't shine on the first date.
Right.
The shiners are people who've been polished with all those dates they've had.
So give it some time.
Keep the bait on the hook.
Yes,
Once
absolutely.
you're married, you got to keep doing what you did when you first got that person.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's an implicit vow that if you, in fact, have treated them a certain way before you get married, well, you need to keep on doing and delivering in that same way, or else they'll feel tricked. Because what's the point in getting married if you can't keep what you catch?
Is it okay for women to say, you know, he's cute, but he doesn't dress well, and I figure once I get married, I can change all that?
I think that's very fair. Because to be dismissive, he doesn't dress well, that's picky.
Yeah.
And ridiculous. A good man likes to please women.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know,
okay.
we're not unlike a dog. Really, if you feed us and take
scratch
us
your
out,
tummy?
yeah, we whatever you want, we're there.
And lovable and
Yeah.
pettable.
That's
and-
right.
Yeah, right.
That's exactly right.
Keep
Very
saying
good.
nice things.
The book is Get Married This Year, available in all the usual places. We're so glad you could come by today. Thank
Thank
you very
you, Dave.
much.